So you're a homeowner and you go outside and you're looking at your tree. Do I need to have this taken down or do I not? How can I tell? So there's a few things that I've written out for you to help you know what to look for whenever you're judging a tree. Do I need to have it worked on or not? Do I need to call an arborist out or not? Let's get into it. Hey guys, Nicholas here with Rockin' A Timber, and today I want to give you 7 things to think about when considering, do you need tree service done or do you not? First thing to consider, does the tree pose a threat to your property or to your loved ones, to other people? But I can't tell you how many trees I've seen that end up in homes, that end up smashing through homes, that ended up breaking off at the top and landing on the roof and destroying the roof and hurting people. We had a storm come through this area in the spring of last year, absolutely decimated homes. Trees that people thought were safe that were actually super, super dangerous that they never took care of. So how to inspect the tree? Is it dead over your house? Is it completely dead? Is it all these other issues? If it poses a threat to you and it has an immediate sign that it poses a threat to your property or to your loved ones, then I would highly consider getting that taken care of. The second thing to consider, does your tree have too much growth on it? So what I mean by too much growth is the tree getting too big, bigger than you're wanting over your house or over an object? Trees, they typically, if they're healthy, they get bigger and bigger and really quickly. And before you know it, that tree that was small, next thing you look at it and that thing is turning into a monster and it's just growing, you know? So does that tree have too much growth? Is it getting carried away? Does it need to be taken back? Do you need to shake the tree? Do you need to trim up the tree? These are things to consider when looking at your trees. The third thing to take into account is you need to look at your trees from time to time, especially after storms. If you see a crack forming in your tree, or if you see a split, it's acting funny, drooping branches, take that into consideration because there's a lot of weight up there, more than you think. And a crack in your tree could be could be devastational to your property or your home. So be leery of visible cracks or splits in your trees. The fourth thing to consider, disease control. Trees, just like humans, they contract diseases, they get illnesses, they're exposed to the weather all the time and to the elements and to bugs and insects. If you see presence of insects, if you see presence of peeling bark, of a fungus of some kind, of maybe the tree half dying, these could all be evidences of some kind of disease or something that might be going on in the immune system of the tree. And here in East Texas, we've had oak wilt that comes through, and oak wilt will just blow through the oak trees, and next thing you know, all your beautiful trees are dead. And so you can kind of control that by taking the sick tree out of the equation before it spreads too far, and then removing it off your property, burning it, just getting rid of it. The fifth thing to consider is, does your tree have dead wood? And by dead wood, what I mean is, let's take this tree. You've got a healthy tree, okay? So what I essentially mean by dead wood is most of your tree is healthy, but then you have certain branches on it that are just completely dead. They died back. It could be from snow, from drought, from disease. But does your tree have a lot of dead wood on it? Is a lot of the branches dying back? If so, I would highly consider getting those taken out of, because they will just eventually shed off themselves. But if you're over an object or you have property that you're concerned about, then it's best to take those down in a controlled kind of way. The sixth thing to consider, does your tree pose potential root damage to your property or to anything else, to your concrete, to your foundation? The roots, you don't realize it, but the roots spread out almost as wide, if not more, than the tree canopy at times. So if your tree root system is in your front yard, I can tell you how many houses I've seen where the roots are spreading and they're going into the foundation and splitting the foundation. If the roots pose a threat to your house and to your foundation or to anything, then I would highly suggest getting that taken care of. It's cheaper to have a tree removed than a foundation replaced. Seventh thing, finally, aesthetics. This is my favorite reason personally, because I love taking properties that are ugly, overgrown properties that people don't see the potential in it. And I walk onto a property and the first thing I look at is, oh man, I can see this tree, looking like this. You could clear out this area. You have a perfect view of the lake, of the pond. And I'm a visionary like that. So whenever I come onto a property, I can already see all the amazing things that I can do. And sometimes as customers, as homeowners, we don't always see that. We get used to our trees. We trimmed them last year, a couple of years before. Maybe the guy didn't do as good of a job. Maybe we did ourselves, had our cousin do it. We don't understand the impact that the trees on our property have with the overall aesthetics and looks of the property. And so a beautiful, well-maintenance property, nothing can beat it in my opinion. That goes along with land clearing or anything like that. If you got stumps in your way, anything aesthetically wise, I would highly suggest getting that taken care of. Just going ahead and investing in your property. It'll only increase the value of your property if you do that. I hope this provided value to you. I hope you found something interesting in this today. And so if I provided value, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this video. Love you guys.